In previous sections, we've learned how websites authenticate the user and how MFA helps in securing the account from unauthorized access. Once the user successfully logs in, the session token is created and it acts as a key to the castle. The way how web browsers store session tokens will depend on how specific website handles authentication. There are two most common methods of storing session tokens by web browser: cookies and local storage. The majority of websites will store session tokens in form of browser cookies, but it is increasingly common to see web applications utilizing local storage for that as well. Nevertheless, which method is used by the website, EvilJinx Reverse Proxy now supports capturing session tokens through both. Reverse proxy phishing works a bit differently from common phishing. Common phishing would present a phished user with a static fake login page. Instead, reverse proxy phishing presents the phished user with an exact one-to-one copy of the real website, proxied dynamically in real time from the real website server. The phishing server running EvilJinx and controlled by an adversary sits in the middle, right between the phished user's browser and the server hosting the proxied website. All the outbound requests leaving the phished user's browser arrive at EvilJinx phishing server. Since the encrypted connection is established between the user's browser and the phishing server, all requests are then decrypted and analyzed by EvilJinx. EvilJinx will analyze the contents of the request and extract confidential information within, like usernames, passwords, and most importantly, session tokens. Once the requests are analyzed, the phishing server will forward them to a respective website, establishing the connection with the website on behalf of the phished user. When responses come back from the target website, they will be decrypted and analyzed in the same manner as the requests coming from the phished user. Responses may contain session tokens which will be captured by EvilJinx to hijack the phished user's session. In the foreground, the phished user is likely to believe that the link they clicked redirected them to a legitimate website, which is asking them to log in. If the phished user has MFA enabled on the account, they will be presented with a legitimate MFA challenge. User will be asked for a one-time MFA token to complete the login process. At that time, they may receive a legitimate MFA token via SMS if that's the method they use for securing their account. This is all possible because they are indeed communicating with a legitimate website, with EvilJinx acting as a man in the middle, eavesdropping on the whole communication. By the time the phished user successfully logs into the website through the proxied connection, EvilJinx will have already captured the session token. The session token may come in form of several cookies or JSON values, and it is effectively the only thing needed for the adversary to completely take over the user's account. The adversary is now in complete control of the user's account, and as long as the user does not log out of the targeted website, thus invalidating the session token, adversary can use the hijacked account for as long as they see fit. You have now learned how reverse proxy phishing tool like EvilJinx can be used to successfully hijack even those accounts with MFA enabled. Armed with that knowledge, we are now ready to learn how to become an adversary and prepare our own phishing attacks using EvilJinx phishing framework.